On the evening of the 24th of September 2017, 36 Dutch tourists who were traveling from OR Tambo International Airport were stopped by a SAPS-marked vehicle with one man dressed in South African Police Service uniform and 5 others in civilian clothing. The armed men robbed the tourists of their personal possessions. 2 of the tourists were reported injured and had to be treated by paramedics at this lodge, the Zulu Nyala Country Manor. We are here as representatives of our people to convey our apologies on what has happened to our visitors. It was a traumatic experience, and that is why, as much as they wanted to stay on, but what they've come across, almost a hostage situation by criminals who undermine the authority of the state, undermine, South Africa as a country of destination. Criminals, a few group criminals, not more than 10, hold people who are unarmed, coming to the country to spend money and spend time and enjoy our country and go back to Netherlands to tell great stories about South Africa. They had to cut their trip short, obviously, because of trauma and not feeling, not in the mood. Whenever you do something, you want to be fixed to what you want to do.
But I think the fact that the 2 ministers talked to the tourists today, and I could see that some are already considering of maybe coming back to your country. For most of them it wasn't, by the way, possible to stay because they didn't have any luggage anymore. Their luggage was robbed as well as all their hand luggage, so they didn't have anything anymore. So for them there was no other choice than go back. And so that was part, I think, of the decision making for some of them.
There are a category of few criminals which we must rain on them and come down on them as quick as possible. And I've been assured here, I'm confident that we will. We will win against them. They will not win. And they are not many. These people could have overcome them, but these are not criminals. These are tourists who have come to our country and so on. Amongst them, you've got police officers who come from Netherlands. And criminals hold them at ransom and take all their goods and everything else and give our country a bad name. We are not a people like that. Where we find them, like Mao Zedong says, we must deal with them and educate others. And that's what we must do. And that is what we are going to do, and this is what we are doing now. Ambassador, we don't have words to express our embarrassment and our regret for what happened to the people of Netherlands. We can only hope in our efforts that many tourists will come in our country as we rid ourselves of criminal elements. And thank you very much for your deepest understanding and your solidarity with us, for understanding that these things do happen given a particular socio-economic outcome. And we know it is not easy, but we have come a long way. Netherlands have always been with us in difficult times, since the day of Jan van Riebeeck in our country, Holland. But even in the days of fighting apartheid, Netherlands was with us. It hosted us, and then it hosted us and ensured that our people share the story against apartheid in our country. So we'll never forget that. We are a very special people with Netherlands. So thank you very much for your understanding and being here with us and giving us an opportunity to talk to your citizens.